How to become confident in social situations. 7 steps you need to follow. You walk into a room full of people. Your heart rate spikes. Your palms go slightly damp. Your brain starts running through every possible way you might say something stupid, embarrass yourself, or just not belong. So you find the wall, or your phone, or you leave early. And then, on the drive home, you replay it all. Everything you should have said. Every moment you went quiet when you wanted to speak. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The most confident people in that room, they felt the exact same thing. They just had a completely different relationship with that feeling. And in this video, I'm going to give you a full framework rooted in one of the most powerful philosophies ever written for transforming the way you show up socially. Not by faking it, not by becoming someone else, but by becoming more fully, unapologetically yourself. This is Stoicism, and this is how it changes everything. Beat. Let's get into it. You're new here. Welcome. On this channel, we get into the deep stuff. Philosophy, psychology, the mechanics of how to actually build a better life. Not motivational fluff, real frameworks. If that's your thing, subscribe. Let's go. Section 1. Why you're not actually shy. The Stoic diagnosis. Before we fix anything, we need to understand what's actually happening when you feel socially anxious or unconfident. Because here's what most people think. They think they're just shy, that it's a personality trait, something they were born with, something they're stuck with. The Stoics would push back on that hard. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who wrote what may be the greatest personal journal ever put to paper, Meditations, said something that cuts right to the heart of this. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Notice what he's saying. He's not saying the nervousness goes away. He's saying the power lies in what you do with your mind, not in waiting for the external world to cooperate with you. So here's the Stoic diagnosis of social anxiety. It's not shyness, it's misdirected attention. When you walk into a social situation and feel anxious, where is your attention? It's on outcomes you cannot control. What will they think of me? Will I be interesting enough? What if I say something weird? Do I look okay? Are they judging me right now? Every single one of those questions is about something outside your control. And the Stoics had a term for this, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the greatest philosophers of all time, built his entire philosophy on this single distinction. Some things are up to us, some things are not. Up to us. Our thoughts, our intentions, our effort, our attitude, our words. Not up to us. How others react, what they think, whether they like us, how the night goes. The moment you start pouring your mental energy into the not up to us column, you've already lost. You've handed your confidence over to strangers in a room, and that's the root cause. Not shyness, not a broken personality, just misdirected attention. So the first move in building social confidence isn't a technique. It's a philosophical realignment. You redirect your focus from outcomes you can't control to actions you can. That shift alone, it changes everything. And we're going to build on it for the rest of this video. Section 2. The Inner Citadel. Building your foundation. Marcus Aurelius had a concept he returned to over and over in his private journals. The idea of the inner citadel. Picture a fortress, stone walls, unbreachable, and inside it, that's you, your values, your identity, your sense of self. The idea is this: the external world can do whatever it wants. People can judge you, reject you, misunderstand you, ignore you. But none of that can touch the citadel unless you open the gates yourself. Most unconfident people don't have a citadel. They have an open field. Every opinion, every sideways glance, every awkward silence, it lands directly, and it hurts. So before we talk about what to do in social situations, we need to talk about who you are going into them. Step 1. Know your values. The Stoics believed that a good life and a confident life is built on virtue. And for our purposes, virtue simply means living in alignment with what you actually believe. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be in social situations? Not how do I want to come across? That's the misdirected attention trap. But what kind of person? Curious, honest, warm, direct, generous? Write it down. 3 words. That's your citadel. That's your anchor when things get uncomfortable. Step 2. Separate your worth from their reaction. This is where most people collapse. Someone doesn't laugh at their joke. Someone seems disinterested. Someone cuts the conversation short, and they interpret that as, I am not enough. The Stoic reframe is brutal in its honesty. Their reaction tells you about their moment, their mood, their world, not your worth. Epictetus said, men are disturbed not by the things which happen, but by the opinions about the things. The event, someone walking away, is neutral. It's your interpretation of that event that creates the emotional spiral. Change the interpretation, and you change the experience. Step 3. Practice negative visualization before you go in. This sounds dark, but it's one of the most powerful Stoic tools available. Before a social event, instead of hoping everything goes perfectly, briefly imagine the worst. Someone is rude, a conversation dies, you blank on someone's name, you say something that lands wrong. Now ask, can I handle that? Almost always, yes, you can. It would be awkward for 30 seconds, and then life would continue. The Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, and the purpose isn't to be pessimistic, it's to realize that the worst-case scenario is survivable, which means the fear of it has been inflated out of proportion. Once you've faced the worst in your mind, the actual moment loses its power over you. Section 3. Before you walk in, the physical preparation. All right, let's get tactical. The Stoics were deeply interested in the connection between body and mind. They weren't disconnected philosophers who ignored the physical. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor and a soldier. Epictetus literally had his leg broken by his master and never complained about it. These were people who understood that your body is your instrument. So before you walk into any social situation, here's what you do. Regulate your body first. Stand tall. Seriously. Full height, shoulders rolled back, chin level, feet shoulder width apart. This isn't vanity. Research on postural feedback consistently shows that your physical posture feeds signals back to your nervous system. Open posture reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases confidence signals in the brain. The Stoics would frame this as acting as if, not faking it, but embodying the identity before the feeling fully arrives, because feelings follow action, not the other way around. Slow your breathing. 3 deep breaths before you walk in. In through the nose, 4 counts. Hold, 4 counts. Out through the mouth, 6 counts. Longer exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It literally physiologically calms you down in under 60 seconds. Do a quick values check. Recall your 3 words. Who are you going in there as? Curious, warm, direct. Whatever yours are, bring them to the front of your mind. You're not going in to perform, you're going in to be. And then you go in. Section 4. The first 60 seconds, making contact. The Stoics believed in taking right action, doing what reason tells you is correct, regardless of how it feels. In social situations, right action almost always means initiate. Here's why this matters philosophically. When you wait for others to approach you, you are making your experience conditional on their behavior, which is in the not up to us column. You've already surrendered your agency. The act of going first is a declaration. I am not dependent on others to determine my comfort. Speak first, every single time. You don't need something clever, you need something genuine. Hey, how do you know people here? I don't think we've met. I'm Name. What brings you out tonight? That's it. The opener is not the point. The act of opening is the point. Make real eye contact, not staring, present, steady, warm, one beat longer than feels comfortable. Eye contact is the single fastest signal of confidence and trustworthiness. People feel seen by it, and people trust the person who makes them feel seen. Use their name. When they introduce themselves, repeat it. Good to meet you, Sarah. It locks in the name and immediately signals that this person matters to you. Not as a manipulation tactic, as a genuine act of attention. The Stoic virtue here is justice, treating others as they deserve to be treated, which means giving them your full presence. Section 5. The art of real conversation. Confident people are not, as most people assume, great talkers. They are great listeners. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, reportedly said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak." Here's what actually creates confidence in a conversation. Not your ability to be impressive, but your ability to make the other person feel interesting. Ask one good question and actually receive the answer. Not a rapid-fire interrogation, one open question. Then listen, not to reply, to actually understand. What have you been most excited about lately? How did you get into that? What was that like? These are questions that open doors, and then you walk through those doors with your full attention. When someone feels genuinely listened to, they walk away from the conversation thinking you are one of the most compelling people they've ever met, even if you barely spoke. That's how powerful real listening is. Share something real. Confident people are willing to be known, not oversharing, but offering something genuine, a real opinion, an honest reaction, a moment of curiosity or enthusiasm. The Stoics valued authenticity, living in alignment with your true self, not performing a version of yourself designed to be liked. Vulnerability, done right, not as an emotional dump, but as the willingness to be honest, creates instant trust. Embrace silence. Unconfident people are terrified of silence. They fill it with filler words, basically, and it signals anxiety. The Stoic alternative: pause, think, breathe, respond from a place of actual thought rather than nervous noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the value of saying less and meaning more. In conversation, a calm pause signals control. It signals that you're not performing, you're thinking, and that is genuinely attractive. Section 6. Handling rejection and awkwardness. Let's talk about the thing nobody wants to address. Not every conversation will go well. Not every person will respond warmly. Not every joke will land. This is where most people lose the plot, because they treat these moments as evidence of something. That awkward silence means, "I'm boring." She walked away. I must have said something wrong. They didn't laugh. I'm not funny. The Stoics would demolish this thinking completely. Epictetus again, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Awkwardness is a neutral event. Rejection is a neutral event. Someone not vibing with you is a neutral event. It is your interpretation that transforms it into evidence of your unworthiness. Reframe rejection using the dichotomy of control. When someone doesn't connect with you, ask yourself, is their reaction in my control? No. Is it possible their reaction has nothing to do with me, their mood, their day, their distractions? Yes. Almost always yes. The Stoic move is to let it pass through you rather than land on you. This is not coldness. This is not building walls. It's the opposite. It's the ability to remain open because you're not in danger of being destroyed by a bad moment. The 5-second rule. Anytime you feel the urge to shrink, to not speak up, to not introduce yourself, to not share your opinion, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and act before your mind talks you out of it. This is a micro act of stoic courage, the willingness to do what reason says is right, even when emotion resists. Hesitation is where confidence dies, and the 5-second window is where it lives or dies. Section 7. The long game, building confidence over time. Here's the thing about Stoicism that separates it from most self-help content. It's not about a single dramatic transformation. It's about daily practice. Marcus Aurelius didn't write Meditations as a book to publish. He wrote it as a daily reminder to himself to practice these principles every single day, because the work is never done. Social confidence is the same. It is a practice, not a destination. Seek discomfort deliberately. The Stoics regularly practiced voluntary discomfort, fasting, cold exposure, wearing rough clothing, not for the sake of suffering, but to prove to themselves that they could handle more than they thought. For social confidence, your version of this is deliberately putting yourself in situations where discomfort is guaranteed. Go to the event you'd normally skip. Strike up the conversation with the stranger. Speak up in the meeting when you'd normally stay quiet. Small reps, consistently, every week. This is how the muscle grows. Stop the post-event autopsy. Most unconfident people after a social event spend hours replaying everything that went wrong. Every cringe-worthy moment gets reviewed in slow motion with harsh commentary. The Stoic practice here is the evening review, but a structured one. Ask 2 questions only. What went well? What's one thing I can do differently? Then close the tab. Mentally, done. The Stoics believed in learning from experience and releasing it. Not dwelling, not torturing yourself with what you can't change. Build your identity with your words. Stop saying, I'm shy. Stop saying, I'm not good with people. Every time you say it, you reinforce it. The Stoics understood that the stories we tell ourselves become the reality we live. Instead, I'm working on being more open. I'm getting better at this. Confidence is something I'm building. This isn't delusion. It's choosing the identity you're moving toward rather than anchoring yourself to what you're moving away from. Identity drives behavior. The person who believes they are a confident, curious, genuine presence acts like one, even before it fully feels true. Act from the identity you're building. And eventually, the gap closes. I want to leave you with something Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, a reminder he needed to hear repeatedly. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Not eventually. Not when you feel ready. Not when the conditions are perfect or the anxiety goes away or you finally figure it all out. Be one, now, with the fear still present, with the discomfort still alive, with the citadel not yet fully built. Because here's what the Stoics understood, what 2,000 years of philosophy converges on. Confidence is not a feeling you wait for. It is a decision you make, expressed through action, repeated until it becomes who you are. The room doesn't have to change. The people don't have to change. The anxiety doesn't have to disappear. You just have to show up, fully, honestly, presently, and keep showing up. That's the whole thing. That's all of it. Now go. Walk into the room. Speak first. Listen well. Be real. The citadel is built one brick at a time. Pause. If this hit you, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe if you want more of this. And drop in the comments. What's the social situation that challenges you most? I read every single one. See you in the next one.